Well, hello, how are you? It's Tuesday, and I'm coming to you live from the West Village here in New York City to play for you for half an hour and kibitz and peer out the window at see what we can see here. And I wanted to say thanks so much right off the bat to my friends, the Slambovian Circus of Dreams, the two principals, Josiah Longo and Tink Lloyd, for their very nice contribution to the virtual tip jar. I may have been remiss in reading out the roll call in the last few shows, but it's not that I don't really appreciate it. Au contraire, mon frère. This is it's been a fraught period, to say the least, with all sorts of tragedies unfolding around me. I'm happy to report that I personally, as well as Caroline, are weathering the storm. Okay, so far so good, but I don't know what it is in this period. But I hope to chase the blues away here, as Tim Buckley once sang. And Ooh. Well, amidst the erupting sirens outside, I've heard so many sirens in the last couple of days. I'm not sure what that signifies. Nothing particularly good, I guess, but there's a workman. He's all bundled up with a red Batman T-shirt, and he was pressing. Oh man! All right, well, he stopped doing it. I don't know. I think they're aware of me over there because they glance up here every once in a while to see me in the window with my guitar. But they seem to be having a jolly good time. It's very sunny out there today, and pretty spring-like. It's about 62. I don't know. Anybody, I guess, would... Oh, it was a fire truck. Okay. So, we hope that those people are okay. you can hear this. Too many sirens in the past few days. It's like the beginning of lockdown all over again. We heard them every 5 minutes. An ambulance. Okay. Following the fire truck. Well, just a little bit of realism creeping in to the proceedings. And as far as my own health, I'm so glad you're concerned. Yes, I have a kidney stone it's quite a biggie, although let me get some clarity on the subject. Although when I was visiting this urologist, where else are you going to hear about urologists on a live stream? Earlier this week, he produced this was pretty gross. It was a kidney stone about this big, this big in circumference. It looked like, a gigantic, a section of a dinosaur bone. And he said, yes, I extracted this from a patient. Mine is not anywhere that size. So I'm glad to say. It's just a little bit uncomfortable. And, but anyway, I have to go through the procedures to get a procedure, i.e., after this office visit on Monday, now tomorrow, I have to get a CAT scan of the abdominal area and the pelvis to totally identify that stone where it is. And then I have to return with those results to the urologist on Friday. And only then will I be able to be set to get this ultrasound treatment whereby they pulverize the stone with sonic waves. I don't know if you know much about kidney stones, except they're usually exceedingly painful. And apparently women can get them, maybe not as many numbers as men generally, but they can get them. Because Carolina is a good friend who had this problem recently. I know that once I was on a beach in Mykonos, Greece, with Caroline, and what was the beginning of a splendid holiday. And I don't know what it was. I ate a lot of Greek yogurt. That seemed to do it. Twice this has happened to me. I don't know why it had a dehydrating effect, but I was soon writhing in agony, and I had to be taken to a clinic and sedated, and then eventually passed these things. This one, though, that I've got now, it's too big to pass, so they've got to do either this pulverizing ultrasonic solution or some kind of surgical solution. I hope not that, but I'll keep you informed. Isn't this interesting? Well, this just to compound the general free-floating anxiety around me and my wife in this period. But like I say, we're okay. And Yeah. Okay, now, I might have mentioned these books before, but I wanted to give them a special shout out now. This book by Heinrich von Kleist, Michael Kohlhaas, with a new translation to English by Michael Hoffman, is an excellent read, as well as being, look at this cover. It's like, it's almost like a reggae album. And it's really, Kleist was so modern for a 19th century writer, quite the forerunner of Kafka, who admired his work very much. And this book is also big on long, protracted, extended sentences, which, tell you what, Laszlo Krasznahorkai, who's a great writer, Hungarian writer, and the scenarist for many fine films by my friend Béla Tarr. I think he was definitely influenced by Kleist in terms of his sentence production. I totally recommend this book. I'm nearly done. It's a good read at like 2:30 a.m. for about 20 minutes. This is usually the procedure before I can pass out. Now, I finished this book by Lutz Graf Ulbrich, Nico in the Shadow of the Moon Goddess, which is a quite good account, albeit a bit depressing, of the time that he spent with Nico when she was more or less in exile in Europe. She had left New York under a bit of a cloud. I won't go into it here. But her career continued and thrived. Well, it ebbed and flowed, depending. She finally became situated in Manchester. I think I mentioned this, and I knew her last manager, Enabler, who passed away a couple of years ago. But it's a good read, although he apologizes on page 1 for his inexpert English. I guess he wrote this book in English, so it's filled with a lot of inelegant phraseology and malapropisms and like that, bad grammar. But if you can get past that, it's a good account, a first-person account of how he became pretty much bewitched by Nico and had a protracted affair and also a position as her guitarist, accompanying her on many a tour and several albums, which I'd like to hear. You know, I'm not really familiar with her last few outside of the ones John Cale produced, but she did a couple in Europe. Now, there is a new biography coming out by a female author. I can't think of her name here. I know my friend Danny Fields proofread her book, so I'm sure it's going to be airtight as far as factual errors or not. Lack of, I should say. So I'm looking forward to that. And then, okay, I'll put in a plug for this Essential Gary Lucas album, which continues to garner great reviews. There's one upcoming on a Greek website devoted to blues by Michael Limnios, and I believe he's also going to have it in another language or so, and there's more on the way, and it's certainly well worth your time as a good investment if you're interested in my musical history. There were, of course, episodes, because I put a lot of work out, that for one reason or another were left out of this for various reasons. Some of them copyright, some of them I really didn't want to bother going for permission to some of the people I'd worked with, by the by, along the way. No hard feelings there, but yeah, I just thought I'd rather not, and I didn't need them. So there it is, and that is available. I'll post the link again. And there's more stuff happening. I have a new video clip we're about to spring on an unsuspecting populace that was a beautiful film that was made by Maud Brooks, Ernie Brooks' daughter, who is a recent graduate of Bard College, where she was a film student, and it's just beautifully shot and very evocative of the song, one of my songs on this record. I won't give it away until I premiere it, but it could be ready as soon as tomorrow. I hope so, and then I will post it. And what else? Well, I'm just beaming general love and peace and harmony vibes to everybody, because God knows everybody, has been affected, I'm sure, one way or another. I spoke to my friend Phil Mango yesterday to keep him informed of the latest with another close friend of ours, and he knows 6 people who perished in the pandemic. We're coming on the first anniversary of the death of my mom, Odell Lucas, next week, which I will commemorate. And she was an early victim. But for those of us who are still carrying on and moving forward, please don't forget to wear that mask. I think it's essential. Whatever, you may think it looks bad or whatever. I favor these surgical masks, the blue and white ones. I see them disposed on the street all the time. Like, people just fling them off and leave them there. So much for me. Some of the people walking in the West Village. But I find them easier to breathe through, to tell you the truth, than these thick cloth masks. And it's been effective, I would say, so far. Anyway, and so that's it for today. And thank you so much for tuning in, as always. And I will be with you reliably this Thursday at 3. And I look forward so much to playing for you, as always. It helps me, it cheers me up, and I know it cheers many of you up, and I hope it continues to. All right? Love you guys. Take care, and have a great day. Bye now.